It's time we talk about NBA 2K24. So it's been about 6 months since 2K24 dropped, and let's just say a lot of people do not like this game. All you have to do is Google "is NBA 2K24 worth it?" and you'll be overwhelmed with the amount of negative answers. And when I say negative, I mean negative. You would think that this game is 2K18 with how many people online do not like this game. But is this game that bad? I've played a lot of 2K24 this year, and I'll admit this game is definitely not perfect. But is the hate 2K24 gets justified? In this video, I'm gonna try my best to answer that question. Just a fair warning, I'll only be talking about the online aspect of 2K24, so not my league, the presentation, or anything of that nature. With that being said, let's get to the video.
The motherfucker's right stick fucking ripper in my shit!
So I'm first going to talk about by far the most hated thing in 2K24, which of course is microtransactions, or as most of you know, pretty much buying VC in 2K. Now VC has been in 2K since 2K13, but in the past few years it seems like 2K has valued players buying VC over actually enjoying the game itself. If you're confused by that statement, just look at this comparison from 2K16 and 2K24 when it comes to the difference in prices when buying clothes. As you can see in these two pictures, one pair of Crocs from 2K24 is the equivalent to almost 6 shirts from 2K16. Now it's pretty easy to blame this on inflation, which to a degree is true because that's how inflation works. Over time, things become more expensive. At the same time though, I think that added sponsorships and collaborations between 2K and other companies are to blame for these crazy prices. Let's be honest, 2K is just one big advertisement. Just think about how many times you load up my career in 2K and you see Jake from State Farm or a Starry logo. And it's not just the VC inflation or the forced advertisements that have people upset. It's the feeling of thinking you need to have VC in order to be competitive against other players who play 2K. And that perfectly brings me to my next point, which was a new addition 2K24 that left the 2K community mad and just pissed off. The Hall of Fame and Pro Passes that were introduced this year showed a lot of people just how money hungry 2K has become. To summarize, the Pro Pass gives you access to 40 additional earnable premium rewards as well as 4 additional season pass rewards. While the Hall of Fame Pass includes everything in the Pro Pass on top of a 15% XP booster applied throughout the season, 10 level skips immediately applied to the season reward track, and 1 additional reward automatically applied. So basically, 2K is rewarding people who are willing to spend an additional 10 or 20 bucks with a competitive edge over players who refuse to spend that money or just simply can't afford it. Now, it's not that the idea of adding these passes were frowned upon, because as we all know, battle passes have been in most online games since late 2017 and early 2018, when Fortnite blew up and became the biggest game in the world. From what I can remember, most games copied Fortnite when it came to having a season or a battle pass in their games after seeing all the success Epic Games was having with their battle passes, making billions from them. It's the fact that you can get competitive advantages in these passes if you just spend an extra 10 to 20 bucks. When in the past 2Ks, the advantages in the season passes never gave you an advantage competitively, and not to mention they all were free. So as you can see, the addition of the Hall of Fame and Pro Passes are universally hated among the 2K community, which I can't agree with more. Last but not least, the biggest decline caused by microtransactions is how much it costs to max out your MyPlayer this year. According to All City Live TV, who is a pretty well-known and respected 2K YouTuber, it costs 364,996 VC to go from a 60 to a 99 overall on 2K24. 365,000 VC. That is equal to just under $100 to max out a player. Do y'all know how crazy that is? In 2K16, I kid you not, it costs my brother about 50 bucks to max out his player. Now, of course, this can go back to inflation, but if a pair of Crocs from Swags costs $5, on top of the Hall of Fame pass costing $20, and the game itself costing $70, you can see why people are getting so annoyed with these high-ass prices from 2K.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Now, while the My Team community is much smaller than the Park and Rec community, they are still very passionate about the mode. The downfall of My Team in 2K24 really hurts to see because the first type of content I posted on social media was strictly My Team. At one point, the only reason I would even get on 2K was to play My Team. It would be safe to say that if it wasn't for My Team, I wouldn't even be on YouTube right now. I started playing My Team in 2K22. Now, me personally, I would say this was the prime of My Team. From the competitive scene to the auction house to the rewards, 2K22 was one of the greatest years for My Team in 2K history, with 2K21 My Team also being up there for a great year for the mode. My sole opinion isn't valid for just how great 2K21 and 22 My Team was. I asked a small number of TikTok My Team content creators when Pride My Team was, and they all said either 2K21 or 22. Some of these creators include My Team Help, Mike Ike, Crab, and John Wall 2K. Shout out to them for helping me out with this portion of the video. A lot of them emphasize how great the auction house was, which is where you could place bids on cards against other people, and whoever had the highest bid won the card. A huge reason people love the auction house so much was because of a concept called sniping, which basically is when you buy a card for a cheap price, then sell it back for more than you bought it. This was a great method for those who did not buy MT, which was illegal to buy, but I'll get to that in a minute. These players go by NMS, or no money spent. They take pride on not spending a dime on packs or MT and building their team through reward cards and season pass cards. This is a respectable way to play My Team because MT is so easily attainable nowadays. MT is pretty much the VC of My Team. You use MT to buy cards, jerseys, courts, shoes, badges, pretty much everything. The thing is though, MT used to be illegal to buy because you weren't buying it through 2K directly. You would buy it through a third-party website. This was a very easy and simple process. All you had to do was pick your platform you're playing on, the amount of MT you were buying, then put up cards from your collection that added up to the amount of MT you were buying. So for example, if you were buying 1 million MT, you would put up 10 cards for 10,000 MT each. Most content creators were sponsored by these websites, giving their followers a code to use for discount on the MT that they were buying. And I'll admit, I was once sponsored by a third-party website, giving them commission every time someone used their code. Now you see why I said earlier how easy it was to attain MT and why there's such a respect for no money spent players. The reason so many people bought MT though was because of how bad the pack odds have always been in My Team. In My Team, you can open packs giving you a chance to pull the best card in the entire set. The issue with this is how horrible those odds are. This literally is like a casino in 2K. The odds are never in your favor, and not to mention a 20 pack box usually costs around 198k VC, which equates to about 50 bucks. Hopefully you're now starting to see why people illegally bought MT instead of VC to open packs. It logically just makes zero sense to spend 50 bucks at a time to open a box where your odds of pulling the best cards are very slim, rather than just buy the best card from the set in the auction house for only around 30 to 40 bucks, depending on how much the site was charging you. And not to mention, buying MT was just much cheaper than buying VC, I ain't gonna lie. The real downfall of My Team began when 2K announced that there will be no longer an auction house in 2K24, which understandably caused anger in the My Team community. And I'll be honest, even when they announced it, I was like, what is their direction like they're trying to go in? They announced this thing called the player market, which is exactly how it sounds, where you can buy players with VC instead of buying packs. The problem with this though is you can buy whole sets in the player market and unlock the best players of the sets with VC and MT, since buying through a third-party website was banned in 2K23. And believe me when I say this, y'all, that ban in 2K23 for buying MT was vicious. When I tell you everybody in their mama got banned, the shit was wild. And this once again comes back to how greedy 2K has gotten this year, bro. Since they announced the player market, so many people have just not played 2K anymore. When I tell y'all, the content creators on TikTok, they just don't post on My Team no more because it's just not, it really just isn't worth a lot of their time to just play it. There are still some people who thoroughly enjoy My Team though, like John Wall 2K and My Team Help, who have both complimented 2K on having great rewards for people who don't spend money on My Team. So as you can see, My Team, in my and many others' opinions, is a shell of his former self, with the unwanted changes in the prohibiting of buying MT, as well as the greenness of 2K being the reason for this. Now, the last thing I'm about to talk about is the gameplay. Now, I personally think this is the greatest 2K we've gotten on the next gen consoles, which are the PS5 and the Xbox Series S, obviously. The Pro Play feature was added this year, which pretty much are the moves of NBA players like Steph Curry and KD being captured while they're on the court, then put into the game. I ain't gonna lie. And that feature to me is one of the best I've seen in any 2K game, which gives us the most realistic gameplay we've ever gotten. With hundreds of new dribble animations as well as many new badges in the game, this has easily been the most well-rounded 2K I've played. People on Reddit also feel the same way. The contest system in shooting is so much more improved compared to last year. Now, one of the main complaints I kept finding when I was researching for this topic is how people feel 2K has slowed down the gameplay, which to an extent is kind of true. To the dismay of many people, adrenaline bars were added last year in 2K23, but were definitely improved upon and upgraded in 2K24. Adrenaline bars are basically 3 bars under your player that go down one by one the more dribble moves you do or if a defender wins a physical matchup against you, hence making your player more tired and fatigued. A lot of people aren't fans of this because they can't just spam dribble moves without being tired. Now, me personally, I think this is a aspect of 2K to get more casual players to play the game, like more people who just aren't good at the game to buy it and just give them more money. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the people that complain about the dribbling this year, not even the dribbling, I would say more of the adrenaline bars, those are the people who just spam the same dribble move and then get mad when they're getting boxed even though they're not going anywhere. I think people like them, they're gonna always have something to complain about. Now, moving on to finishing, I ain't gonna lie, this 2K is easy the greatest 2K that I've played when it comes to finishing. Badges like float game, two-step, bunny, it just gives us so much new animations to unlock while finishing at the rim this year. Another gameplay improvement has been defense. Now, obviously, right stick whipper and glove are broken and they always will be broken. My favorite badge in 2K has to be 94 feet and fast feet, making it so much easier to stay in front of smaller guards. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we need to talk about how OP the AIs are in this game. 2K heard people complain about how trash the AIs are, and they took that shit personally, man. I was playing a red game, I kid you not, an AI dropped 40 points, bro. So AI definitely have to get nerfed just a little bit. Now, granted, they are still dumb on defense, they help for no reason, and they jump. But when it comes to AIs, I think they need a huge nerf. People have also complained about the green or miss shooting system this year, which me personally, I love it. It's just proven that people want to be rewarded for mistiming their shots or wanting the game to be easier for them because they're not good enough. While the gameplay is nowhere near perfect, this is the best gameplay we've gotten in a while, if I'm being honest. While I and other people I play with are fans of 2K24, it's become a trend to hate on the game itself on social media, which of course leads to people following what the hottest thing is on TikTok or Instagram because that's just what people do. Mindlessly agree or disagree with a topic they see online without even doing any research as to why they agree with or disagree with that topic. Of course, the microtransactions in this game are ridiculous, and honestly, I get if someone says that they won't play this game because of the microtransactions. At the end of the day though, 2K is just like any other company where the number one priority will always be to make profit. When it comes to gameplay and the things that matter in the basketball game, this game is definitely enjoyable and worth it. Now, shout out to y'all if y'all are still here. I love y'all boys. I told y'all, man, this was a new kind of video. This is a fresh video to me, so hopefully y'all boys enjoy it. If not, man, drop down in the comments below, give me some constructive criticism on what I need to fix. And yeah, man, I'm out, man. Love y'all boys. Peace, man. Stay smooth.